We thought that would be our favorite movie, The Great Escape.
Yeah, we bought The Great
decided was our
Escape
couple's favorite movie. But it's like, it's a great movie. I mean, it's not, that's not ironic, like it's...
And we decided we wouldn't watch it, we'd just have it there.
We'd just have it somewhere on set.
With the assumption that we'd watched it many, many times.
But it's funny because
you didn't get that.
Paul took me to Applebee's too, and he said
He did not.
Oh, no.
Shut up. You're such a tough.
Yeah.
When I'm working with movie stars, I still have to make my rent. So anyway that
we got Bullet was our favorite.
Bullet is our favorite. Yeah, it's true. It's really true. And Kelly and I got Weekend at Bernie's.
Watch the car chase.
Yeah.
Great car chase.
I'm just trying to keep up with these kids.
That's fine, Paul.
Well, Bullet is such a couples movie. Of course you like Bullet.
Yeah.
On that note, let's turn to the audience for some questions. There must be questions out here because I can't keep up with this. But one thing I actually want to ask you, Nancy, is I wonder if you were familiar with if O. Henry is kind of a thing for you and this and all, the short stories of O. Henry, because it feels.
Yes, I am.
And it feels a lot like that in a way. So I wonder if that was kind of. Yeah.
Because I'm kind of anti-O. Henry, but you mean in terms of the? How do you mean?
Well, the stories are often about somebody being so devoted to something that...
Gift of the Magi.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, there are better ones than that one. But yeah, there's this... I forget there's a story about a woman who's looking at a leaf and she's thinking she's dying. And when the leaf falls from the tree, that'll be the end of her life. And she doesn't realize the leaf has been painted on a tree, so she commits to this thing.
Okay, I'm not anti that, O. Henry. But I see what you mean. But it didn't come from any... It didn't come from a particular place like that, but I think it comes from the same consciousness of the importance of a moment, or and a simplicity simplicity and elegance of line that O. Henry stories have, something like that, and their simplicity to follow and get into.
The question's out here.
Hi, this question's for Ryan. I'm Kate Stutzman with CHCH News in Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we always love to hear about success stories, so I have to ask, how much did living in Burlington, which is one of our main markets, kind of influence your career at all? That's question number one. People want to know.
Yes, they're very encouraging people, those people from Burlington. And Canadians in general. You feel very supported, you know. I think in terms of, you know, I think that the town, well, we shot not far from there as well, you know, so I think that for me it was interesting because it was like making a movie about growing up. I mean, it wasn't hard for me. It wasn't a struggle. Yeah. Why are you not liking me? You liked me a minute ago now. Now you don't like me.
Blow-up dolls, though, when you were in high school?
What's that?
About blow-up dolls? Making a movie about blow-up?
Well, this is no, we need to settle this right now. And she's not a blow-up doll. How many people here think she's a blow-up doll? Be honest. You're not being honest. She's not a blow-up doll. She's the real... Should we get into that? Because it's in everything I read, it's like blow-up doll. She's very heavy. And it was a lot of work, and I want credit.
It comes in 2 boxes, so clearly it's not a blow-up doll.
What's that?
It comes in a very big box, so it's obviously not a blow-up doll.
There you go.
She's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, she's solid.
She was Lars. That's what's not.
Paul.
Is that what we're talking about?
Children are watching.
Is that what?
We went over that joke in the back.
I'm
I
confused.
told you.
Not that joke?
Yeah, no. Do the other one. Do the other one.
The other one.
Change the subject. Talk about Burlington again.
Okay, sorry, Burlington. I'm sorry, the answer to the Burlington question is that...
Oh, God.
Is that obviously, but that doesn't come into... Oh, sorry. I didn't answer her question completely, although I don't have a great answer.
Yes.
All right, forget it. You got it. You're the boss, Elvis. Run the show. It's a circus here. Come on.
We're losing the light. Let's go. Come on.
It's the Lansdale Festival Access. Maybe you might be able to continue the discussion, but I'm more... This is actually... The tone of this is what I'm talking about. We're all joking with the blow-up doll, and I'm wondering if there was ever any concern, that your potential audience may not take it seriously, or that they might be confused and perhaps not enjoy this movie, not even be able to go and see it because they think it's about just a blow-up doll. Was there ever any concern on that?
That's always been a discussion with marketing.
I don't know if we're going to, you know, if it's necessarily solved, but I think hopefully with word of mouth, that's something, because we never, I mean, we're joking about it here, but we were very serious about the weight of what the emotional journey Lars is going through. And we, on the set, you know, there was actually very respectful with Bianca. It's like she had handlers and she only came on and off when we were using her, and we had set a tone that we felt we needed to respect what this relationship was, and carried that through the performances and, you know, the whole.
So this begs the question for me: how do you cast Bianca? I mean, I know you cast people. How do you cast an object?
It was actually up to me. There's an endless array of choices, and I actually, it's a factory. It's an actual sex doll you can buy in San Diego. There's a place that makes these things, and there's also a documentary that just came out on BBC last month, I think, with guys that have these relationships, and it's quite sad and tragic, and it's much more emotional than physical for, you know, these guys in these relationships. But I saw some photographs, and this one doll actually had a soul to it. It's like, and she has freckles, and she's not like the most attractive or stereotype of a doll. And I wanted to go with something that you could grow to empathize with. And we actually changed Bianca through the film. She starts out with a lot of makeup, and we strip that away and let the freckles start to show, and work with it very subtly so that, you know, she can grow on you with Ryan and Lars's character.
And how do you relate to something like, I mean, because you're playing scenes with something unreal.
Yeah, but I don't listen to other actors anyway. I just act in a vacuum, and as it is, so it was easy. You know, it was interesting for me. I had a really special experience on this film. I think it's really, I'm just really proud of it, and more anxious to see what people think of it than any movie I've done, because it's so special, and there's nothing really that I could compare it to. But my experience was unique as well. And in working with Bianca, you know, I went through a lot of, I thought I was going to have to play two characters, and that, you know, have to play her part as well, and having these dialogues in my head with her and all of these things. But and it's going to sound funny to say it, but that you know, she had a really calming presence, and I felt.
What do you mean, calming presence?
She just she had a real presence.
Okay.
And you could tell when she was on set. You could feel. You could feel that she was there. There was kind of a reverence for what Nancy had written, and everybody was trying to honor that. And I had a pretty interesting relationship with her, because in those scenes, you know, I felt completely alone and isolated with her, because this movie depends on our relationship. And as soon as they said action, it was just her and I. And I actually formed a bond with her that would be kind of hard to explain, but that there was something very comforting about her eventually, and about doing scenes with her, and I began to really look forward to our scenes together. And I felt very connected to her. And I didn't have to strive for a relationship as much as I thought I would have to. I really grew to very close to her in some way.
Was it the same for you, Emily? Did you feel that same kind of connection in the scenes you
I
had with her?
felt shy of her. It's so weird. I felt like I couldn't quite meet her in the eye. Like, I would look her in the eye. No, I was kind of... But she was really very real in that way. Like, she was definitely something there, and you were very aware of her, and she gave a kind of, I don't know, like, sort of dignity to... She was very dignified, and... I can't explain it, but I was shy of her, and I was shy of their relationship. Like, I felt like, I don't know, I was...
Like you were intruding on their relationship?
Yeah, kind of, tiny bit. Like, there was, like, you couldn't kind of... You didn't want to interfere too much or something. And I sort of... I felt bad afterwards. I felt like I was kind of fake with her. Like I was pretending. You know, because I didn't quite know how to deal with her, and I felt like I was being a bit false. But no, that she was a real presence, and she had a great, and it's such an amazing and lovely paradox that this strange creature, this sex doll, which kind of is potentially so sort of upsetting in a way, and you know, to do with the kind of dark side of life, or with the confusing, weird, messy parts of life, had such